my channel, you saw I did a loadout video last year. That was one of my more viewed videos, so I wanted to do a update on the plate carrier setup. Get more in depth with maybe some of the configurations I have it in. The setup it's in right now, it's a Mayflower APC is the base. I got it a long time ago. It's one of the older versions. It doesn't have padding on the inside. It's just 2 plate bags with molly and cummerbunds. So it's a basic setup. The way it's set up right now is how it's mostly in for most of the time I'm at the range, or if I'm taking a class or doing a training event. This is most of the time the way you'll see it set up. Up front, it's the Spiritus Systems elastic triple magazine shingle. If I need more magazines, I can strip that and then do the kangaroo pouch and then mount another 3 mags on the front, so I can have 6 if I need 6, plus whatever else. On the left side cummerbund, I have 2 extended pistol mag pouches. I like the extended mags just because they're a bit easier to get a hold of than if it were in your belt. Any plate carrier is going to be somewhat of an obstruction over your battle belt. So I find it easier to get to these mags if I'm reloading my pistol. So that's why I have these there. Further down, I have a med shear pouch with med shears and little hose clamps behind that, because those guys are useful for a lot of things. And then behind that I have 2 really big zip ties for any use you need zip ties for. The left side cummerbund is just a radio pouch, a shitty radio that I don't use very frequently, so comms is something that I'm going to need to update. Behind that this is kind of like a prototype pry tool, something that I'm working on building and maybe turning into a production situation to where I could start offering these. So keep an eye out for that. And then behind that is the Daniel Winkler. That's just, I stuck some Velcro on the outside of the sheath, and then stuck the sheath into the cummerbund, and it doesn't come out. It's a pretty good setup. On the back, it's just a Tier Tactical hydration pouch. I like this pouch a lot because you take the bladder out, it flattens down really flat, and you could put a backpack on this real easy. And that's also why I have kind of thin. These are Spiritus, I think. I don't have pads on the shoulders. They're just they're slick, so I could get a backpack strap over it really easy. So that's the carrier in like its basic configuration. The best thing about modern gear is that it's scalable. So if you need to scale down or up, if you need to carry less stuff and be a bit lighter and easier to move, it's 3 buckles and Velcro, or 4 buckles and Velcro. So you could put a kangaroo pouch in here, strip the pouches off the side, maybe do elastic. You can scale up and down depending on your mission, which is the main thing with a lot of gear, is use what you need and leave what you don't. To figure out what you need and what you don't, you have to be training in it and you have to use your gear. So, anyways, so sometimes I'll have I have this Dangler pouch, this Ferro Concepts pouch, set up for like sustainment gear, maybe more long range stuff. This is a water filter bottle, and then I have a fire starting kit in there. I have wipes. This is a camo face paint, which is essential. A headlamp, Sharpie, stuff like, more mission essential kit. This one is the Ferro Concepts Roll 1, so this is all just medical equipment. So you can see that. So if you want all your medical equipment just front and center, it's easy to access either hand. I like this one. This is probably my favorite medical pouch setup that I've ever used. It's this real slick setup, so putting that back in. And then on top of that, another setup I might sometimes have is if I'm doing an event where maybe I'm staying the night or it's kind of a longer training event, I'll sometimes bail on the triple mags and throw my chest rig on that. So in the event, say we're rucking to the area that we're going to be training, and I don't want to be I don't want armor on my chest the whole time. I could throw that in the backpack, have this on my body, and then once we get to camp and you're moving around, you still want all your shit on you, but you don't necessarily need to have body armor everywhere you go. This is a good setup for that. I could just keep the straps in my backpack and then wear it as a chest rig around camp, or if we're doing movement or something like that. And then when the bull starts flying and we start doing training stuff, in a situation I might want armor, you could just throw that, and that's a real easy conversion. It's just Velcro on the back. And it clips into all the Swift clip systems. It's the Haley Strategic D3 CR, if you were wondering. Heavy is the heavy version. So it fits 7.62, but as you can see, 5.56 mags fit perfectly. This last little pouch I have set up, this is an AWS gear Dangler pouch, and I have this set up just as like camera equipment. I got my GoPro in there and a couple other little things. So if I know in an event that I'm going to be doing a lot of filming or something like that, that'll go on there. Depending on your situation and what you might need, it's real easy to take bits off and put bits on. Unlike the old school Molly stuff, I still have a bunch of stuff Molly down to here, but make sure your gear is scalable and modular. Anyway, I guess that's that. Appreciate everybody coming to this video, and look out for more stuff like this. See you guys later.